Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on, family? What's going on? Shout out to my brother Leon. Allen, what's up? Shalom. Shalom, everybody that's tuning in. Sister Kim, Sister Marthel. Shalom, Sister Yvette. Praying for you, sis. Out there where you're at. Shalom, Brother Tony. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm not going to be on here long, Brother McNeil. Shalom to you, family. I'm not going to be on here long, I promise you. This is not even a lesson, but this is something I want you to pay attention to. Shalom, Elder Dwight, Sister Wanda, Brother Maricus. Brother Daniel, I'm not going to fall asleep. I wanted to, Sister Beverly, shalom. Shalom. Shalom to Pastor Stephen Sanko, Boom, Kenya, BOOMCHURCH, Kenya. Shalom to you as well. Love you, brother. Shalom to everybody. I'm not going to be here long. Sister Marthel, shalom. Brother Don, shalom. Maisha, Lady Emma, shalom. Shalom, Brother Tiger Low. Shalom, family. Shalom to everybody tuning in. I'm not going to be on here long. I want y'all to pay attention to something. A couple months ago, a few months ago, I did a lesson on the awakening. And I saw what you did. What you talking about? Shalom, shalom, Moray Yacob. Shalom, everybody. I did a lesson a while ago. Brother William Walton, shalom to you. About the awakening. You know, everybody is just this rush. Shalom, sister, my sister, Booji. Shalom. To my dad, Father Apostle Curry. Shalom. Oh, that's right, honey. I did a lesson a while ago. You know, everybody is talking about, everybody is just so anxious and this drive. We got to wake our people up. They got to know their heritage. They got to know this, because for a while, this drive and this passion it's been good. It's good for people to know their heritage and their history. It's been a drive after a drive. And many have taken on the mentality that the harder the drive and the more we wake people up, the more that's going to spark the return of Hamashiach, or the spark of that's going to take us out of America and the four quarters of the earth, and that's going to put us and bring us to a place of promise, to put us back in the land of Israel. And it's been a drive and a force, and everybody have this urgency of, you got to tell the people that they're Israel. You got to do this, do that, because this is going to get us out of the situation that we're in. And I had to go to the scriptures. One day I was just looking, I was praying. Shalom, Brother Dermot. And the Most High was like, or the Ruach was like, that's not going to spark the return of Hamashiach. There are some things that has to take place before that. And I was doing this lesson, I was doing a study, and I was reading, going through the Hebrew, I was looking at the Greek, and looking at these different things. I was looking at some of Paul's letters. I was looking at some of the prophetic words of the prophets in the Tanakh and things of that nature. And when I came across and got this revelation of understanding what sparks the return, I did a whole lesson on this. This was a while ago. And it's coming back to my remembrance because now I'm seeing it more and more and more and more. It's the falling away. It's the falling away that has to take place first before there's a return. If the wheat and the tare are going to grow together and then they're going to be separated and divided, this falling away that's constantly on the rise. And what I mean, what are you talking about, this falling away? It's the falling away or putting the Bible or putting Hamashiach on trial. And I'm seeing it more and more and more. And what happens is brothers and sisters come into the walk, they embrace their heritage, and the first thing they do is they start going into these other things. They start getting so much understanding of the letter. They start getting so much information and so much study. They remove the faith aspect part of the text. I'm all for letter, I'm all for education, but at the same time, there's a component of faith. Now, people don't like to talk about that. People don't like to say that. There is a level of faith. Even an atheist has to obtain a level of faith not to believe. Not to believe. It's still a portion of faith. It's the other side of it, which requires you not to believe. Just like it's a portion of faith, which requires the individual to believe. We've been duped, bamboozled, and hoodwinked into thinking that we're going to somehow figure this thing out without any form of the Ruach, without any form of faith, without any of that. First of all, it doesn't matter how much a level of faith you have. There's some things you're just not going to know. There's some things you're just not going to figure out. And the tripping point for everyone is Paul. And this goes back to what I continue to say. If you have no understanding of the book of Acts, if you have no Ruach, if you don't pray, if you don't fast, if all you're doing is studying, trying to find out the missing pieces to the puzzle, there's some things that are not contained in the book. Why? Because the book was not written for him. The book was not created for the Most High. And there are just certain things that the Most High don't tell everybody. We see that clear as day in the book of Revelation. Close up, don't write it, seal it up. Don't tell them that. You can see it, John, Yahachanan, you can see it, but they can't. Hey, are you going, in Acts chapter number 1, are you going to restore the kingdom back to Israel? That's none of your business. That's none of your business. And brothers and sisters are constantly, every day that I'm seeing, brothers and sisters, it's very subtle. And when people come out, start saying that they deny certain things, this isn't something that they just cooked up yesterday. This is something they've been going through, been tampering in, been dealing in, been delving in, been opening up their spirit man and their spirit ears to, listening to other individuals and people of that nature. And many of these people are babes. Many of these people don't even have a relationship with the Most High. Many of these people have information, but they don't have no relationship. What do I mean? What are you talking about? Oh, that's the Christians. That's relationship. No. Here's what relationship does for you. Relationship does for you when hell hit my house, I don't fold. Because the thing about relationship, you don't depend on oneself in a relationship. In any relationship, whether it's a marriage relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a partnership, any form of relationship, whether it's business, whether it's marriage, 2 people come together, 3 people come together, that relationship is predicated upon all individuals involved depending on one another. And if you got a relationship with the Most High, I don't care what kind of hell hit my house. I don't care how many jobs I lose. I don't care if my child passes. I don't care whatever happens in my life. I understand that I'm not going to bend and I'm not going to fold. But the problem is y'all too caught up in the letter. Y'all too caught up in information. And that's why y'all folding. Because y'all don't have anything that's going to keep you. Everything that you're possessing and everything that you have is temporary. I don't care how much you study. You're not going to know everything. It's not required of you to know everything. It's required of you to know what you know. And all of us have a measure of understanding. And the problem is this: everybody trying to save themselves. Oh, if I study enough, I'll get it. If I search enough, I'll get it. If I do enough, I'll get it. It's not going to get it because you are limited. You're limited. I don't care how much you search. And the problem is people are searching their way out of the truth. People are searching their way in denying Hamashiach. People are searching their way into denying the Ruach. And this is the problem that we have today. And that's what's going to spark it, because it ain't easy getting in that kingdom. I'm going to tell y'all right now, you can't study your way in that kingdom. You can't do enough to get in that kingdom. What you need to do is you need to get connected to the one that's going to help get you there. Because I'm telling you right now, all the study that you have, I've seen the greatest and some of the most intellectual individuals walk away. Walk away. And the things that they read that caused them to walk away was minute things. Brothers done dealt with more things in the streets. Them been shot up and all kind of stuff. And they ain't walked away from the Most High. Y'all, your spouse leave you, you lose a job, and you walk away from the Most High. Where's the Most High? You let a letter in which wasn't even written to you cause you to walk away from the Most High. Paul wasn't even writing the letter to half the letters he was writing. Yes, we can use his letters in the day and age in which we live. Yes, was he speaking prophetically about some things? Absolutely. Was he speaking about some things to come? Absolutely. But a majority of his letters, he was writing to people who had issues in those days. He ain't even talking to you. And you allow him not talking to you to cause you to leave because you don't have no understanding. And the reason why you don't have understanding, beloved, is because you don't have the Ruach. Period. I used to not want to say that, but I'm seeing it every day, that there's so many people that claim Israel. There's so many people running around here that they ain't got no Ruach. They don't have no Holy Spirit. They don't have no Ruach. Because the way they moving and the things that they doing, it shows and it proves that you lack it. And you trying to save yourself. You trying to do it. Let me say, you didn't even wake yourself up. Let's make this more clear, beloved. You didn't even wake yourself up to the understanding of heritage. You didn't know who you were because you'd read something. But what happened was you allowed the wake up to become a curse to you. And the reason why it became a curse, because you feel as though that you can do something that's out of that you're not capable of doing. You cannot search and study this thing to bring you into a complete understanding. There is still a component of faith that ain't written in the text. That's not written there. And let me tell you something, beloved. Here's the point. Everybody wasn't even a Berean during that day. Everyone was not searching the text in that way. People had an experience. Shaul had no one knew the law more than Shaul. No one had an understanding of the Torah like Shaul, but he still couldn't receive Hamashiach until he had an experience. And that's what kept him. All the time they was beating his behind. All the times they were throwing him, leaving him left for dead. All the times he went to jail. Some of y'all would have folded if somebody would have ran up on you and told you they're going to kill you the next time they catch you on the block. They don't even have to put their hands on you. They just tell you that and you folded. You ain't going back to the block. You ain't going back to the corner. But they beat the man half dead. They left him to die half the time. Ultimately, he lost his life. But he ain't fold. No matter what the Romans were saying, he ain't fold. They didn't fold. No matter what the Sanhedrin Council and the Pharisees, no matter how many threats or hits that they put on the brethren, they didn't fold. But y'all folding. Y'all folding. Y'all folding. That's why you can't do great things. Because you have no relationship. You have no ruach. That's why he can't call you to go places. And that's why you only clicked up with the people that have the same spirit you got. You ain't changing nothing. It's because he don't trust you to put the keys in your hand to do that. Brothers and sisters are falling left and right. You see it all up and down the timeline. People calling, all this type of stuff. Man, this person done fell off. It don't surprise me. I see it coming a mile away. When I start seeing brothers and start questioning Paul, I say they're on their way to denying Hamashiach. That, I'm going to give y'all something. This is the number one identifier for those who are on their way to denying Hamashiach as well as the Brit Hadashah. I'm going to tell you straight up. The sign first starts. That's who it starts with. Once they deny him, they're going to start denying Hamashiach. Once they start denying Hamashiach, the Brit Hadashah is gone. And many don't even have the understanding, the sense enough to know you're asking a question. You're saying that only Yah saves you. Since when have we seen him not use somebody? All right, y'all. I had lost the signal there for a minute. But since when? Since when have we not seen the Most High use somebody? Did he just get up off his throne and come walking through Egypt? Did he just get off his throne and start walking through Mizraim and grab them Israel by the hand and said, Israel, come on, we walking out of here together? Did he do that? Since when? Oh, did he just take Joshua? Did he just say, Joshua, follow me, and watch me as I bring Israel into the promised land? Or did he tell Joshua to go? And I'm going to be with you the same way I was with Moshe. Did he tell Joshua that? Did he tell Yeshua that? What about Elijah? Did he say, Elijah, watch me as I go and fight against the prophets of Baal? Or did he say, Elijah, I'm going to be with you and use you? That's what y'all missing. See, that's something that's so basic and simple that you're trying to understand. We got to go deeper. We got to get a deeper understanding. We got to go deeper. Everybody want to go deeper. And you can't even understand the basics of how the Most High used men to help his people. And ultimately, he still gets the glory for it. Because he is the one who delivered them, but he used a man to do it. And that's simple. That is elementary in the kingdom of Yah. But it's difficult to understand for those who are intellectually highly intelligent. I'm all for intelligence and intellect, but people are falling away. Now, you want to know what's going to spark the return of Hamashiach? As your brothers and sisters continue to fall away, you just better pray and hope. Put your hope in Hamashiach. That you're counted worthy not to get caught up in you being the next contestant on the Summer Jam screen. Of denying. You better pray and you better hope that you have something in you more than just some intellect. Because at the rate it's going, many of y'all ain't gonna make it. Many of y'all aren't going to make it. Many of you are not going to make it, beloved. And I'm seeing it every day. The people that you think are many of the ones that ain't going to make it. And I start sitting back and I start watching patterns. These are the signs of people falling off. These are the signs. It starts, and I'm going to leave. I'm going to get off here. It starts with questioning the letters. Many of the letters that weren't written to you. Second, it starts out denying Hamashiach. Third, denying the Brit Hadashah, the New Testament. And from that point, you're on your way to even denying the text ultimately. You're close. And I see a lot of people that take those steps and ultimately find their way in Kemet, or ultimately find their way in atheism. So my prayer is for Israel that you get connected, that you put more time in prayer, that you put more time in fasting than you do of searching for information as well as trying to search the letter. Don't allow heritage to become your God. Don't allow it to become your deity. It was never designed for that. From the beginning in the garden, Adam and our mother had a relationship, conversation, dialogue. They were codependent upon the Father, upon the Creator. They were codependent upon him. Then he tells Abram, go and I'm going to show. In order for me to show you something, we got to spend time together. That means we have to walk. We have to walk to the same place. If I tell you, come here, let me show you this. That means we have to walk together. We got to walk together. I got to make you something that's in you. You can't make it yourself because, for one, you didn't call you. You didn't call you to be the father of many nations, nor did you call you to be the father of faith. So therefore, you can't be dependent upon yourself to save yourself. Me, I am your savior. I'm the one that called you. I the one told you to leave earth. I the one made your name great. I the one made you the father of many nations. I am the one who made you the father of faith. But you got to go through something to become the father of faith, and you got to go through something to become the father of many nations. Without going through something, you can't trust the Most High. The Most High bring you through things not to destroy you, not to take anything away from you, but he bring you through things to make you something that's in you that has to come out of you that you don't know you have. But if you misinterpret your situation, if you misinterpret the time, if you misinterpret these things, then you're going to fail. And it's not the Most High's fault, it's your fault, and you'll be judged for it. And with that, brothers and sisters, and with that, beloved, I say to you, shalom.